With Jim Ryan officially retired as PlayStation president, it's time for a new PlayStation cycle now with Sony president, COO and CFO Hiroki Totoki officially stepping into the role but temporarily. Sony published a press release explaining that Totoki will work with CEO Kenichiro Yoshida and SIE management to define what this new cycle for PlayStation looks like, while also looking at a replacement for Ryan. Totoki's new role was announced back when Ryan talked about his retirement in September last year, and since then he has visited several studios and commented on how impressed he was with Bungie, but there was room for improvement from a business perspective, such as the use of business expenses and assuming accountability for development timelines. Totoki will likely only help continue what Ryan had planned for the next couple of years, and also help with the transition once a new figure is appointed. What do you think the future of PlayStation will look like in the coming years? Sound off in the comments. Welcome to Hyper Games. Here are more gaming news that you need to know. With April Fool's being yesterday, I thought it would be good to recap some of the fake gaming stories I saw online, so that we can laugh, eye roll or cry together, or at least so that if you see any of these, you know they are not true. Evil VR said that a Resident Evil 1 remake had leaked from a Capcom cloud drive and the game would be launching before RE9. It almost made me think it was real and this one hurt. Resident Evil already has a great remake in the GameCube version, but one like the Resident Evil 2 remake would be amazing. That was not the only one from Resident Evil, as the Japanese Twitter account said that Capcom had decided to enter the aviation business and would be selling helicopters. Imagining this is real for a second, I wouldn't ride any of them with how helicopters crash in their games, so good luck with that. Likewise, Devolver Digital said they had mastered making independent games and it was time to conquer a new medium, so they would be doing reality television. With how crazy their E3 season presentations are, this one would be interesting to see if it was real. Bandai Namco instead gave everyone a preview of the Elden Ring expansion, and you can't blame them, they really showed Elden Ring is expanding, and this one was one of my favorites because of how simple and dumb it is, but funny as well. Big God of War Ragnarok spoilers for the next one. One of the most creative ones I saw is from YouTuber JoRaptor, who posted a video saying Sony Santa Monica was doing a new God of War entry focused on Atreus, called God of War Children of Jotunheim, out later in 2024. You would even get a Fenrir Celebration skin for pre-ordering. Other April Fool's jokes included Remedy doing a Pocket Pal Tamagotchi device with Alan Wake, Sega launching cartridge loadable content to expand Sega Genesis games, Shovel Knight developer Jack Club said they were very passionate about skincare products, CD Projekt announced that Cyberpunk 2077 would be getting a floppy edition, which would deliver over 97,000 diskettes to your house. IGN always does a great one each year, and this time they showed Nintendo announcing the Switch Virtual Boy Pro, which would have you sticking a Switch to your face. Which gaming April Fool stories were your favorite? Share with us in the comments. Now it's time for a round of quickfire gaming news that are real and not jokes. Starting with the next chapter in the Final Fantasy VII Remake saga, which appears to be already in production according to creative director Tetsuya Nomura and writer Kazushige Nojima, who confirmed it during an interview on the official Square Enix music channel, although they were joking about it, so it's far from an official announcement. Legendary composer Nobuo Uematsu was also there and appears to be interested in returning to at least compose the main theme of the game, but they describe this as a gentleman's agreement and not an official statement. Similar to that, RGG Studio appears to have started working on the next entry in the Like a Dragon franchise, with the developer announcing they are in the process of hosting character auditions. In the latest episode of RGG Studio TV, series director Masayoshi Yokoyama confirmed their next game is not a remake of Yakuza 3, but he commented on the matter saying that he thinks they will do a Kiwami 3 at some point, definitely sooner or later. Bioware could also be working on a new game, and that would be on top of Dragon Age Dread Wolf and the next Mass Effect. A new job post on LinkedIn, spotted by GameRant, has the Edmonton studio looking for a temporary development manager who would be working to coordinate across 2 to 3 diverse project teams in multiple disciplines to ensure that deliverables and goals are met. This doesn't tell much, and maybe they only have a third game in the concept phase for when the team moves away from Dragon Age development. More layoffs in the gaming industry this week, now coming from Ubisoft, as the French publisher will be dismissing 45 employees from their global publishing and Asia Pacific divisions. The move, according to the company, is part of an ongoing exploration for teams to streamline operations and enhance their collective efficiency for long-term success. This is the second round of layoffs at Ubisoft in the past year, after they cut 124 positions from their Canada-based offices last November. Last week we talked about how Tekken 8 was getting a battle pass dubbed Tekken Fight Pass, with free and paid unlockable tracks arriving this week alongside new DLC character Eddie Gordo, and fans are not happy about it. Players on Reddit have expressed their disappointment, calling out developers for adding a store and now a battle pass, and treating the game like it's free when it's a $70 title, while others are really pissed they waited until after launch to announce the game was getting this feature. Similarly disappointed are Suicide Squad players upon discovering the new Joker season will not be getting any new missions, because they are allegedly already included with the latest patch. Joker season launched last week with no new missions and a promise of a Stronghold type mission coming up, but Rocksteady has clarified on their Discord server that these Stronghold missions are some of the anti-aircraft gun and bomb bust missions already in the game, with the difference they are now themed after the Joker's Elseworld. It's unbelievable Rocksteady has fallen like this. In a more positive story, Capcom has shared a word cloud with the partial results from the poll they launched last February on its Capcom Town website, asking fans which game series, new or remakes they would like to see. The word cloud highlights that players really want a Dino Crisis, Mega Man, Resident Evil and Ace Attorney among the most requested. The survey is still open until April 12th, so you can continue voting, and it will remain to be seen what the publisher brings us next from these franchises. I hope for a Dino Crisis remake, but in the meantime they could publish that PS1 classic that was leaked coming to PS Plus a while back. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, such as Jim Ryan saying the PS5 is on track to be their most successful console ever, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and I'll see you on the next one.